assisting you as I help you learn how to give the greatest callouts in Rainbow Six Siege. If you have seen my TikToks at the Stinky Beaver, you will see that I am known for giving the utmost, specifically the greatest ever, the most incredible callouts. And so, I'm continuing a series where I continue to give you the best callouts. And I'm going to walk you through Kafe Dostoyevsky and help you understand how specifically to give these callouts and what each position is called. So without further ado, let's go right inside where you can see that I've already blown up bakery entrance with my ASMR tingle catapult. Tingle catapult. Which we may have to use later on. But this right here is bakery entrance. And if this is bakery entrance, we must understand that this here is bakery. Now, me personally, I am not an experienced player, and the highest I've ever gone on PC is Emerald in terms of rank. So, for this room, I usually only use the callouts bakery and then bakery wall if the attackers are ever trying to use a thermite, an ace, or just one of those breach charges through the wall. So bakery, and bakery wall. Now, this room is very similar to bakery. It looks similar. It has the same floor design. And funny enough, it has a very similar name. As you can see in the bottom of my screen, this is called Small Bakery. And again, with this room, there's not really many callouts because, quite simply, this room is very bland and has no objects to, be specific about in your callouts, other than small bakery window. is found right outside of the reception, of course, aka the main entrance. And in main lobby is the bar. And really honestly, it's very seldom that I call this main lobby because usually they are either main entrance or bar. This right here is bar. Towards the back of main lobby and bar area is the dining room, and these are more specific in callouts because in dining room, and more importantly, what I normally use callouts for is tables. Tables. You of course have dining window or tables window, but the tables by tables is a very important callout. Say you're defending kitchen and you know that there are people on either side, or maybe you don't, maybe you understand there's either someone over here or someone over here. If you have a camera or a Valkyrie left and you see that someone is back there, instead of saying, he's on your right or he's through this door, you can say he's by tables, so then you can swing and know exactly where the opponent is. Past tables is VIP, and in my experience, there are not many times where I actually use this room. It's very bland, it has no windows, and it is simply a connector between VIP hall and tables, or VIP hall and bar. Now, let's make our way back towards the center of the building, and let's go right into the service. The service entry. The service entry. The service entry. This here is part of the kitchen objective, but be very careful this area is garage. And so you have garage door and garage entrance. Garage door and garage entrance. And back here is where attackers will enter to breach through the freezer door. So you must know this area, this area, this area. Okay, okay. As we make our way up white stairs, we find ourselves right next to laundry. And laundry has a hatch. This is called laundry hatch, as you may have guessed. And laundry has 2 washing machines and shelves. If you want to be extremely specific, you can just say under laundry hatch if someone is right here. And that's like the most commonly known because, I don't know if many people call this washing machines or laundry shelf, but under laundry hatch is a great call out right there. Going back out into the hallway, right next to white stairs, we make our way into long. And this is long hall because on the other side we have short. So long and short. Laundry side is long and this one is short. And if someone is right in between, and you'll find this very common in Rainbow Six, but right in between in this little corner is called 90. If we come off of the long hall and make our way into actually what is a site right here, we find that this is called dining. This is dining. Dining table. Of course, A-bomb. And freezer hatch is up here as well. In between dining and trains, you have fireplace. And as just mentioned, this is train. Now, there are 2 trains in this room that you may enter and hide out in. And this here is a red train. And as you may have guessed by the color of this train, this is green train. So red train and green train. Red train, green train. This here is mining room. Mining. Not much here other than mining window. This right here is a red hole. And this is only called a red hole because it comes to red stairs. And these are very easy to remember. One, because literally the name of them in the game is red stairs. And the other stairs are named white stairs. But if you ever are confused, you can just This right here is top white. This giant stack of wooden boards is called stacks. 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 And this right here is called tarp because of the tarp that we're standing on. Okay, making our way through Whitehall, we find ourselves at the bathroom. Very simple because, of course, this is just a bathroom. Give me one moment, guys. I must do something. Okay, as we get back to work, we walk into piano. This is widely known as cigar lounge and piano, but I always use piano. This specific area of piano right here is called pixel, 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 and is often used to hold people from swinging in as they use a deployable shield right here so that they can hold down the entire room as they listen for sound cues to make sure that you don't swing in the windows. Anyways, this right here is pixel, and the rest of this is piano. You have Christmas tree here. Christmas tree, Christmas tree. You have the actual piano. Piano, piano, piano. Buy the piano, buy the piano. That's why you have to be very careful whenever you're making callouts because you want to either say buy the piano or they're in piano or cigar lounge if you want to be safe. And then you have the L counter. L counter. If you ever say he's behind L, I think that usually gets the point across, but if you want to make sure, you can say L counter. And then you have red wall, and the L couch, L couch, L couch, L couch, L couch, or just a piano couch or cigar couch. Making your way into cigar shop. Like I said, I always use piano for this room because this room is what I usually call cigar. Everyone has their own different preferences, and in these videos I try to make sure I include all of what everyone uses, but for me, I call this room piano, and I call this room cigar. And in cigar, you have Drawbox, or cigar box. If you ever say box and you're defending or playing on top floor, most people will understand that this is box and box hatch, but draw box to be specific. And you have to watch out because sometimes people will be waiting for you to drop from top red, and they will be ready for you through Dropbox wall. From there, you have the new hatch, new badge, and new balcony, new badge, new hatch, and new balcony. And then you have bar. Of course, this whole